Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome. Nice to have you on this Tuesday morning. My name is Brittany Maxwell. I am located in Southeast Louisiana. I am not far from New Orleans and not far from Baton Rouge. I have been with the organization about 4.5 years. I come on board back in May of goodness 2021. You guys, it's been so long. I am a homeschool mom, y'all. That's one of the main reasons why I did decide to come on board, is for that flexibility of having a career and also still being able to be a homeschool mom. Speaking of being a homeschool mom, my son is here. He is always here. So if you actually hear him, you guys, he does really good, but just letting you know and just giving you that heads up that he is here. He's not a toddler, y'all. He's 3. I mean, he's not 3, he is 9. So he does understand and have a lot of respect for everything that we do here today. Okay. So y'all, going forward, if you have questions, definitely put those out into the chat. And I will read those aloud, you guys, and we will get those answered as we go throughout our session. Okay. So today we're going to be doing a mock booking session. I love mock bookings, and I have this wonderful guide that I've put together for you. And hopefully, you guys, you're not going to have to take notes as we go throughout the session. So by the end, you will have an understanding of how to post a mock booking. Now, today we're going to do Carnival Cruise Line for the mock booking. So let's touch on this just a second, okay? Mock bookings are going to be pretty much the same format. It doesn't matter what genre of travel that you choose, okay? So if you decide to do an all-inclusive mock booking, the format's going to be the same, y'all. We're just changing up the vendors, right? But sometimes with the cruise lines, it can be a little bit confusing of how to really put this all together. And so y'all, I have this document ready for you, okay? So I think I saved it to my document already. No, I did not, but that is okay. So I'm going to give you this. And if you're catching this as a recording on my YouTube, I will put this in the comments so that you will have this document as well. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave it as viewer, y'all, so that my original document, I can keep it the same. If you would like to have your own copy of this document, you can make a copy of it. That way, if you choose to make edits to it, you'll be able to do that on your own document. Now, to get your own document, you guys, in the Google Documents, you're going to click on File and you're going to click Make a Copy, okay? Now, if you make a copy, you're not going to get any of the updates that I make to my original one, all right? I'm the only one that can make updates to this. So if you want the original document, you can keep it, right? And then that way you can catch those updates as I update it, not right now, obviously, but throughout the year and stuff like that. It does change, you guys, the way that I put stuff together changes. But again, if you want to make your own document, right, because you can go below and we do have like a weekly marketing plan. If you have your own document, you can make edits to that and you can really kind of make it your own. All right. Now we're going to run through this document, y'all, and then we'll go into creating our mock booking. All right. So travel mock bookings, the definition and purpose. So travel mock booking is a simulated reservation process for a trip without actually finalizing the booking and paying for it. So it's essentially a practice run to see what options are available, a way for us to compare different prices and to really understand that booking process. You guys, when I first come on board, I really did use mock bookings as a way for researching and understanding how to navigate the different platforms, right? So that way, when we go in to make a reservation, you're welcome. You're very welcome. When you go into making a live reservation, you guys, you already know how to navigate those platforms and you can do it with your eyes closed, right? Just by going into these vendors, doing a little bit of research, creating bookings for your own family, right? You can do that all the way to the ending, all the way to the pricing point without actually having to make that reservation, okay? Mock bookings are a valuable tool for marketing, advertising, and research, okay? Like I said, researching to help you guys understand the platforms, the vendors, all right? Advertising, because we can use these for marketing and advertising. All right. Marketing of mock bookings. Okay. Mock bookings are common strategy and they serve several purposes. We can create a sense of urgency. Y'all, we're going into all of the Black Friday deals that our vendors put out there. We can showcase these Black Friday deals with that sense of urgency, right? Those time sensitive deals that our clients really don't want to miss out on, that our family and our friends don't want to miss out on, right? We can create those, put those on our Facebook pages, on our business pages, on our websites, if you create your own website, to showcase any kind of promotions. If you guys, once you get access to Vax, if you don't already have that, Vax is a good place to go for different promotions, just as well as the cruise lines. All right. You can showcase different destinations. We can, if you have a niche in the industry, we can showcase your niche in the industry. It can be Europe, you guys, Australia, it can be Mexico, whatever the destination you choose, you can showcase those as well, those popular hot destinations. And encourage direct bookings, right? You guys, we are able to offer those exclusive deals, right? And the only way those clients can get those is by booking directly with us, right? A lot of the platforms that we use, we as travel agents can get a lot better deals, and we want to utilize that to our booking, okay? And testing different marketing strategies, y'all. If you are on your social media pages, it doesn't matter if it's Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok, there's analytics that you can look into to see the effectiveness of your content. Okay. If you guys, I have my Facebook open, right? So you can actually, I have mine as a professional dashboard. So insights, right? You can see the insights to see what content is, really peaking, right? You can see what age group of people are looking at your content. So checking those analytics is a really good way of adjusting your marketing strategy. Okay. All right, now the different genres of mock bookings. Really, any form of travel, y'all, can be turned into a mock booking. You can do flights only. You can do hotels only, car rentals. You can do package tours, cruise bookings, train tickets. You guys can do activities and excursions. We have a faith-based vendor called ETS, and you can showcase even those faith-based tours. Because it really doesn't matter what genre of travel you want to showcase, you can do it. All right. All right. And let's talk about flights. You can show the different the airlines, the routes, the prices. All right. Hotel reservations. You can showcase specific room types or even just specific hotels. So the genre of travel, you guys, it's everywhere. Okay. Now the process for creating a mock booking. Obviously, the first step is going to be deciding what mock booking you want to create. All right. That's going to be choosing your destination. That's going to be choosing your dates, searching for the accommodations. Okay. Your transportations, researching activities, and estimating cost. And y'all, if you're doing like the cruises, then of course, you're not going to search the types of accommodations unless you're going to do a pre-cruise accommodation, okay, which I really do highly recommend, because you never want to let your client fly in on the same day of the cruise. There's too much stuff that can happen, right? You want to book them a night early, and that's really just a non-negotiable insurance policy, right? That saves you and that saves your client. We really want to make sure that they make their cruise, and booking them the night before. All right, that does definitely help that. Now the second step to creating a mock booking, y'all, there are many different avenues you can do this. So you can take images directly from the vendor itself and you can put those on social media, or you can use a designing tool like Canva, PicMonkey, Adobe software, or even PowerPoint, like the Google Slides. Okay. You're going to gather all of the images that you want. All right. The images that you put together, you guys, they are going to be some really eye-catching images. Okay. You're going to go through that vendor and you're going to find the nicest like prettiest images that you can possibly find. Because the reason is because, guys, when you're looking for destinations, okay, you want to see those beautiful pictures. You don't want to put an image on there that's grainy. You don't want to put an image on there that really doesn't showcase what you're trying to get out to the public, right? You want people to see the magic that you see at this place, okay? So choosing those visual elements, high quality images. All right. Now your layout, you guys, that's really just going to depend on the designing tool that you use. If you use Canva or any of those third-party sites, or you take that directly to your social media platforms. Okay. I do recommend using like Canva so that you can integrate your brand, like your company logo, your colors, and your consistency. But if you guys are new, totally fine that you don't use a third-party site. You just take those directly to the social media platforms. All right. Now, in your verbiage, right, you're going to have a call to action, right? It's going to be like a book now, a learn more, or contact us. Okay. And a review and distribute. All right, you guys, along with your brand integration and your call to action, you really are going to put a disclaimer in there as well. So I'm going to make an edit to this document right here and make sure that I add in a disclaimer line so that you guys put in a disclaimer for your mock bookings. Okay, the disclaimer, y'all, is really just like a paragraph maybe, or even just a sentence stating that this is a mock booking. It's not an actual reservation. Prices may change, fluctuate, you know, different things that keep us safe in case those prices do fluctuate. All right. All right. And where we're going to post these is going to be across the social media platforms. All right. Everybody's got their favorite platform. So you don't have to take this to every platform. Okay. You don't have to post on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of those. Okay. Whatever platform you feel most comfortable on and have the highest engagement, that's where you're going to post your mock bookings. Okay. Now, if you want to post them on every platform, I mean, go right ahead, right? But honestly, you guys, if you have a good engagement on one platform, that's really where you want to spend a good bit of your time. All right. Now on Facebook, I have put together a few groups that you can get connected into. Some of the groups, y'all, that we can get connected into have 50,000, 70,000, sometimes even up to 100,000 members, right? That's a lot of members in those groups. I'm not saying 100,000 people are going to see the travel content that you put in the different groups. But you guys, with 100,000 people in the group, there's a good percentage that there's going to be several thousand people see the content that you post, right? So get that content into the different groups. And these are just examples. Take this right here, all right? Take this little copy paste this, all right, send this over to Gemini and prompt it to give you different ideas for groups to join in your area or in the US, so that way you can get connected with even more groups. That way you can share your content in even more groups. All right, now the marketing plan, you guys. The 4-to-1 ratio is something that I learned about not long after I come on board. Yeah, you can ask ChatGPT. You can ask any of those platforms that you like. Gemini happens to be my favorite because I do a lot of the verbiage. I create the visual content on my own, and I've heard ChatGPT does better with the visual content. So you guys play around with ChatGPT, Gemini, and I know there's quite a few other of those AI sites that help put stuff together for you. Just see which one works best for you. Okay, you may end up using both. You may end up using ChatGPT and Gemini to put something together. All right. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now this marketing plan, the 4-to-1 ratio, y'all, we have Branch Up connected to our business pages, right? So that does help with a lot of the travel related posts that go on your page. So technically, you don't have to post the travel related post as you see here. All right. Now, our mock bookings are the hard sells. So as long as you have your travel related post from Branch Up and you're doing the non-travel related post, all right, and you're doing one hard sell. Let's explain this. The 4-to-1 ratio, okay, daily or spread out over 2 to 3 days. I don't do this daily. I do it spread out over 2 to 3 days. Okay. So let's explain this. Okay. For non-travel related posts, this means focusing just on engagement, personality, and brand building. Example, travel inspiration, travel memes, engaging questions, inspirational quotes, and even personal travel experiences. All right. And then the travel related posts, those are kind of taken with branch up. And then you have your hard sell and mock booking. This showcases value, you guys, and it has that hard sell pricing, right? Because we input the pricing right into the information, right? And these are, you're going to post at least 2 to 3 times per week on your social media platforms. All right. Monday, non-travel related. All right. Motivational Monday. Tuesday, travel related, a destination feature. This is where branch up comes in. Wednesday, non-travel related, okay, like a travel meme or like travel tips, something like that. And a hard sell, you can do a hard sell as well. Okay. Now Thursday, non-travel, engaging travel questions. Okay. You can even do, it doesn't even technically have to be all about travel. Okay. You guys have got friends on social media and you see those posts and they say, what would you rather choose? Right. And it's a picture of pancakes and bacon, different things like that. It doesn't always have to be a travel question or travel related. You can go outside of the travel genre, you guys, as long as you're pulling in those engaging questions to your page. Okay. Now definitely 2 to 3 hard sells a week. All right. This has 2 on here and that is okay. Now you guys, what we've done is we've just put it together Monday through Thursday. All right. What you can do is you can come right down to the best times to post on social media and you can adjust the days that you post your hard sells based on the best times to post on social media. All right. So let's say it says Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Today's Tuesday. We're going to post our mock booking on social media today. And the best times to do it is from 10 to 5 p.m. All right. So we're going to be right in that area. So on Tuesday, there's no mock booking on this schedule right here. Right. So we can adjust our schedule to the high times for social media so that we're posting our mock bookings on those high times. Okay. Does that make sense, everybody? Are y'all like following along? I just want to make sure. Yes, yes. Awesome. Awesome. All righty. Okay. So events, best time practices. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Hashtags, best practices. All right. We already went over the call to action. Always post your vacation quote request form or your website, whichever you choose. Disney, I wanted to include Disney in here. You guys, you have to be very careful when posting Disney content. Disney has a lot of copyright infringement rules. I do suggest that you go to their Disney Travel Professionals Facebook page or use your own personal content. Okay. Don't go to Disney and take images. You want to use your own content for that. Okay. All right. All right. Seasonal and occasional content ideas. The holidays, you guys, we're coming into Christmas, we're New Year's, Thanksgiving. So these are really good times to start marketing and advertising for those family travels. We can market experience gifts rather than gifts that are going to end up in the closet, right? What exactly do the hashtags do? That's a good question, Curtis. So hashtags kind of give your content more of a reach, a larger reach. Okay. So if you go to social media and you type in hashtag travel, it's going to pull so many different posts for hashtag travel. Okay. And when you add those hashtags, you guys, whatever your business name is, hashtag your business name. Okay. So that when you start getting that content out there, you already have a hashtag for your business. Okay. And you include that in all of those. It just helps get it out to the public. Okay. Relevant hashtags. All right. Social media times, you guys, if you have any questions about when to post to social media, I did include this little site right here. Right. And that is what I posted the best time for social media. Okay. So if you want to read that, you can. Otherwise, I literally just copy and pasted this morning. All right. To update my slide so that you guys would see the best times to post on social media. Okay. All right. Only if Disney has approved request for copyright. That's right. So Disney's Facebook page, they do have Disney travel professionals. You can get a link to that in the Archer Travel Cafe. We can share the content from the travel agent professionals page to our page, but we can't like download it and make edits to it. And like, y'all, I literally just kind of stay away from marketing any kind of anything with Disney because of that reason right there. Okay, if I do a mock booking for Disney, I'm on Canva and I create my own images, everything. Okay, just because I'm not trying to get in trouble like that. And it's so there's so many in between the line things that we don't know with Disney. So, I mean, if you want to get Disney out there, that's the best way to do it. Just create your own content. Okay. All right. Let's go into putting this mock booking together. All right. So we're going to do Carnival. Like I said, y'all, I'm not far from New Orleans. So that's what we're going to do today. All right. We're going to forget those basic Miami sailings, you guys, and we're going to launch from the Big Easy. New Orleans. I love New Orleans to an extent, you guys. It's like a love-hate relationship, right? But it is okay. We do love New Orleans, okay? But why do we love the New Orleans port? Because honestly, you guys, it's really not just a cruise, okay? It's a 2-in-1 vacation. That means when it comes to the cruise lines, not just Carnival, we get double the commission potential, right? Now let's get into this. All right. The reason we get double the commission is because we never want to let our clients fly in on the same day. Okay. We do not want to do that. All right. If the flight is late, the ship leaves. Okay. And it leaves without your clients. So we book them a night early or 2 nights early or 3 nights early. All right. That's a non negotiable insurance policy, right? Y'all, we don't sell stress, we sell safety. And that safety comes with a commissionable hotel stay nights before, right? So, yeah, let's don't just book any hotel, you guys, neither. We're going to sell really the French Quarter experience. I love New Orleans, all right? Okay, let's get into this. If you don't have access to Carnival, that usually takes about 24 to 48 hours. You will have access to Carnival as soon as you start registering it within the first few days, okay? Now, guys, if you don't have access to Carnival yet, get access to it, all right? You really want to be able to have several cruise lines that you can get into. And you also really want to have quite a few vendors, right? That way, if someone reaches out to you, then you can go through several different vendors to provide them really a good quote. Okay. All right. Let's put this stuff together. All right, the first thing, you guys, is that research, right? We're going to search. We're going to search. Let me make my screen just a little bit bigger so that we all can see. All right, now, like I said, we're going to be departing from New Orleans, okay? So even though we are just doing a mock booking, we're still going to create a booking, right? We're going to do an individual stateroom. All right, we're going to do our dates. I'm going to do March or April. What do y'all think, March or April? I'm thinking April. I'm going to do April. And we're going to do the state here is going to be Louisiana. Spring break, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. And I'm not going to put in any kind of VIP number. All right, and search sailings. All right, we're going to see what's available. All right, so this is a spring break trip. All right, so we can leave it as 2 guests, you guys. And let us see. Let's see what the sell to is. All right. Let's do depart from. Let's do depart from first. Okay, let's start New Orleans. Okay. The New Orleans. All right. Okay, we have 5-day Western Caribbean, 7-day Western Caribbean, right? Let us look at Cozumel, Progresso, okay. Mahogany Bay, Belize, and Cozumel. All right, let's do 13th, Cozumel, Progresso. I really wanted to do the 7-day. Let's do this one. Yep. Okay. This is what I want to do. We're going to do New Orleans, Fun Day at Sea, Fun Day at Sea, Mahogany Bay, Belize, Cozumel, Fun Day at Sea, and New Orleans. Okay. So that's a really good one, you guys. It gives enough days on that ship, right? And it also gives a few days in not a few days, but it gives several days where they're not just at sea. Okay. So Cozumel, Belize, and Mahogany Bay. All right, let's see if we can find some images for this as well. Okay, so let's select the sailing. All right, Western Caribbean. Okay, and then we have Carnival Liberty. All right, I'm gonna leave this right here because we can get some of the images from Carnival just by taking a snippet. Okay, but what I want to also do is I want to find some of the images of Mahogany Bay, Belize, and Cozumel. All right, that in itself, you guys may take a second, but we will find some of them. Okay, so we have our marketing tools. All right, let's try out the destination flyers first, and then we'll see. Okay. All right, so we have our flyers, marketing flyers. Let's see, onboard flyers, general flyers, webinar backgrounds. I don't want to download, but it did download. Let's look at it anyway and see what it looks like. Find your adventure here for the Bahamas. So you guys, this is a really nice image, right? All you have to do is type in your info right here, okay? Your travel agent info here, right? And then you can put your logo here as well. I'm just showing you some of the content. I'm just looking for images for our marketing tools. Let's go to general flyers as well, because that's really what I'm looking for. If those little tabs, Carnival branded, military flyer. Okay, let's see. Let's just go to the full library. All right, let's see. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for, but that's okay. Um, I was really hoping that they would have some pictures of Belize and Mahogany Bay, but the only one they have is the Caribbean. Okay, so let's check out. Let's just go back to their general flyers. Consumer branded flyer. Okay, so let's see. Uh, we could use this flyer. We could use, actually, we could use both of these. Okay, let's just start putting this together and we'll decide on the flyer when we get ready. Okay, all right, let us copy and paste this information. Okay, you can copy and paste this, you guys, and you can put it on a notepad or you can put it on a document, however you want to save this. Okay, just as long as you save it. So I'm just going to use my little notepad that I have pulled up. And then we're going to get this information as well. Okay, so we have the 7-day Caribbean. We can copy and paste this information, or we can just make a note of where it's going. And that's really what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm just going to make a note of where the ship is going. All right, and we're going to check out the rooms that we see here, okay, and the different codes that's available, offer codes. We have our bundle and save, October saving sale, early saver sale, and the super saver sale. All right, since we have the early saver sale, all of the cabins are available. So let's show you. You can compare offers between the different offers like October savings, early saver sale, right? But what I really want to do is I want to give the option for any of those rooms, right? We want to give the option for the upper, the interior, the ocean view, the balcony, and the suite. Okay. No, you guys, this is, let me just click on the upper lower so you can see, okay? Just so I can show you guys. All right, so we have our guest two, but the price that you see, 719, this is going to be your average per person. All right. Now you can pull a quick quote and you can see what that quick quote is going to look like. Now, this is the agent view that you see here. Okay. And you're going to be able to see the gratuities, which you can get those added in as well. And the vacation protection. Okay. Now, right below, because we are looking at the agent account, you can see all of this information as well as the commission payout. All right. You can see the deposit amount. You can see everything that your client is going to be paying for. Now, for the guest view is going to hide your commission. All right. So when you scroll below, you're not going to see that. All right. If you want to send this directly to your client, you can, and include a little note right here from you, the agency. Okay. But you can see right here, right, the cruise charges, right? So your first person, you guys, and your second person, you're looking at $659.14 per person, right? With the cruise fare, the expenses, the taxes, the vacation protection, gratuities, for a subtotal of $926 per person. All right. So the total price you guys will see here, and then the deposit, right, at $290. And that's going to be due on the 30th. And they have until January 19th to pay that. Right now, that was just on the upper. Let's check out that balcony and see what the deposit for the balcony is. Okay. So we're just going to go back one page. Oh, I didn't even have to go back. I could have stayed right there. Let's check out this suite. Actually, I wanted to do the balcony, but let's check out the suite. That's per person too, you guys, okay? All right, so yeah, I don't have to go back. Let's check out that pricing. All right, so for two, let's add the carnival protection and the gratuities as well. All right, so that's 5,934. We're gonna showcase this, you guys, just to have that out there. Okay, we do have $478 deposit. All right, so I would you could just round it up, you guys, to $500. And that's $250 per person to reserve the suite. Okay, and then the full payment would be due on the January 19th. So that would be almost 3 full months of payments that they could make on this cruise. Okay. All right. Let us start building this together and then we'll figure out our pictures. All right. Let's definitely do the balcony. All right. But what I am going to do as well, because I want to showcase all of the prices for this, right? I'm going to just copy this price range right here. Okay. We're going to copy this price range and I'm just going to put it on my notepad. All right. We can, how much, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's kind of crazy. 1, 2, 3, 5, quick quote right here for a balcony. All right, we add the protection as well as the gratuities, right? And that's 338. So you guys will see that if you change the room, the cabin, then it's going to change the deposit, all right? So we're going to leave it right as it is on the balcony, right? And we'll pull all of this information that we need from right here, okay? Now, the easiest way to do this, you guys, is when you're putting this together in a mock booking, the best way to do this is gather the information. And the easiest way, y'all, right, is to gather the information that we have, the 7-day Western Caribbean Carnival Liberty, the dates that we have, all right, from the port that we're departing from, some of the details as far as where the ship is going to be going and the price range. Okay, so we didn't give, so when we copy and pasted it, right, we just copied and pasted it from that back screen, right? We didn't have the taxes included into it or anything like that. So we literally just have that starting point pricing. Okay, so that is where we can start out that pricing for mock booking, right? Instead of saying a certain pricing point, we can say starting from such and such for a suite. Okay, so normally it's price per person. So when we put it together, we'll show the price per person, but we'll also state that the pricing shown is based on double occupancy for the cabin, and we'll show that full double occupancy price, but we do also show the per person pricing. So y'all, when it comes to cruise lines, okay, cruise lines have a policy that it doesn't matter if it's 2 people in a cabin or 1 person, you're going to be charged that same pricing. All right. The reason is because these cruise lines, they want to fill these rooms. All right. So if you're a solo travel, you're pretty much going to be paying the same price as a double occupancy cabin, right? Because the cruise line is really trying to take up that slack of missing that extra person. So you will, unfortunately, solo travelers, they are really paying that double occupancy rate, even if it's just one of them in the room. Yep. Glad. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you are liking it. All right. All right. So let's just get this put together. Okay. What did we choose? The balcony? Yes. Okay. We can add vacation protection, right? And we're gonna add to all the guests. Okay. That's their deposit and their final payment due date. Okay, so I'm going to leave this open right here. And I do have our flyers still open. Now we do have this just general cruise flyer that we can utilize. I don't know. I can change that. Yes. Okay. Yeah. let me see if I can put this into the chat for you. Hang on. I think I already downloaded it. I'm going to leave without my changes. All right, and let me see if I can get this into the chat for you. That way you guys can have this flyer as well. So this, a lot of the reason why I make my own content, you guys, with the vendors is because sometimes they just don't give us what we want, right? All right, I know I paused the screen share, but I'm trying to get this, put it into the chat, and it's giving me a really hard time. Okay, here we have the consumer flyer, and I'll also put the, all right, we have the general consumer flyer and the Caribbean flyer out there too. So you guys can choose whichever one of those that you want. Okay. And that way you have your own copy. Okay. All right, let me pull back up our flyer. Alrighty. So I have mine. Let me see if it'll let me type. Okay. All right, there's Louisiana Premier Travel Group. I'm gonna include, can I make it, no, it won't, it'll only let you do one line. Okay, it won't let you go below. So we're gonna just put it that, and let's go right down here and let's see if we can edit this flyer as well. Okay. No, we cannot edit this flyer. So this is the only flyer that you can edit. And here we can do, let's do contact us. Louisiana Premier Travel Group. All right, and we'll put the phone number at the end. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. And I think I'm just going to take like a snippet, like a screenshot. Maybe it'll come out. I don't think it'll come out good. So we're just going to save it. And hopefully we can upload it as an image to Facebook. Download with my changes. And let's see. Okay. Yes, replace it. And do you need a particular version of Adobe to edit? I don't believe so, because this just opened on like a browser site or a browser link. I do have Adobe, but Adobe never works for me. My son uses it for his PDFs for his homeschool lesson, but even still, he still has a hard time. Whenever I download documents like this, you guys, what I normally do when I'm on my phone, they just automatically upload in Canva so that I can edit it directly from Canva. All right. Okay. Now let's pull up Gemini, you guys, and let us get to working. Putting together this mock booking. All righty. So we have our stupid question. Nah, that's not a stupid question, you guys. No question you ask is ever going to be stupid. Okay, none. If you're asking a question, it's because you don't know. Okay, so don't ever think that your questions are stupid, and if somebody tells you they're stupid, you could just send them to me and I'll put them in the right spot. Okay. Yes, I do pay for Canva. I pay about $100 for the whole entire year. Okay, that's for the whole entire year, and that gives you access to every professional thing inside of Canva, from the content planner to AI, all of that. Okay, it gives you access to the most wonderful things. So if you've been in Canva and you've been playing around, you'll see some of the content in your free account has a crown on it. Those are for the professional dashboard, and having a paid account, that's where you'll get access to those professional templates. Yes, it is definitely worth it. Absolutely 100%. I started paying for Canva, you guys, right after I come on board, and is one of the only things to this day that I still pay for. Okay. Um, I mean, it's as far as marketing and advertising, that's my go-to. Everybody else, everybody's got a different platform that they like, but Canva is mine. All right, y'all, we're just going to copy and paste this information, right, into Gemini Chat GPT. But before we press, so Gemini is the AI for Canva. I am not sure on that. I don't have both of them connected. But Canva has an AI technology inside of its platform. I'm not sure if it's Chat GPT or Gemini though, okay? All right, this is the fun part, you guys. Let us prompt this platform to give us a really fun sales post, okay? All right. It may not give you what you're looking for right at first. And if that's okay, you may have to prompt it 1 or 2 times. And that's normal, you guys. But once you do it a couple of times, the platform will kind of recognize what you're asking it to do. And it'll start building your mock bookings a little bit better. Okay. So build me a sales post for social media with this information. All right, and we'll see. All right, all I said was build me a sales post for social media with this Carnival Cruise info. Check this out. Love it. It takes away the stress of having to do this. You guys, this technology was not available whenever I first come on board 4.5 years ago. So creating mock bookings 4.5 years ago was, y'all, it could be a pain in the butt, right? Let me go back real quick. All right, because I want to include all of the days right here. So let us just edit this just a little bit and we'll include all of the days. Move that up. Okay, let's go back to this and let me edit this. Okay, let me take this right here out and we're just going to input all of those days. Right, and then we're going to update it. So all I did was just add the days to it, all of the days. Okay. So escape to the Western Caribbean, 7-day Carnival Cruise, ready for an adventure, sail away from New Orleans aboard the Carnival Liberty for a beautiful 7-day Caribbean getaway. Okay. We have the ship details, the departure date, the return date. Y'all, we have the itinerary highlights. What? And then we have the starting prices here. Okay. So prices are per person based on double occupancy and subject to change and availability. Taxes and fees are not included. So it gives us everything we need, you guys. The only thing we have to do after this point is make sure it has everything that we want in it. It just make sure that it's correct, right? We want to make sure the dates are correct. The pricing is correct, okay? It says, why book this cruise? No flying needed if you're local to New Orleans. Just drive and set sail. Perfect spring break getaway. Beat the end of winter blues. Carnival fun. Enjoy delicious dining, lively entertainment, and fantastic service. Now, if you're marketing this for a family and for the children, right? You can include Carnival's Kids Club, right? Carnival has that amazing kids club where you can take your 2 to 12-year-olds, and that's one of their age groups. And then you have the teen groups where you can drop them off, and you yourself can go to the casino and go to the pool and have a little fun while your kids are being in that daycare setting, right? So you could also market that as well. Okay, so our call to action, you guys, this is where you're going to put the call to action. Let me copy and paste this and put this into the chat for you so that you guys can get this onto social media as well. Okay, I can only do like 1,000 characters per message, so I'm gonna have to break it up. Hanifa, what you could do is you could call Carnival and ask them how can they accommodate disabled. Okay, they have to be able to accommodate. They have to, just like the airlines, you guys, they have to be able to accommodate. You're very welcome. All right, so that's the first part, you guys. Let me add the second part in there as well. Okay, it only lets me put 1,000 characters at a time, so I have to break it up, unfortunately. All right, and we'll put that why book and the call to action. I might be able to get all of this at one time. Let's see. And y'all, it's already got the hashtags in there as well. Okay. Now we all, how many are in it? We have 12 of us in here, you guys. We all don't want to use the same hashtags. Okay. We don't want to do that. So you're going to look up the best hashtags. Okay. For what you're looking for. Right. So if this isn't good enough, all right, you can even prompt Gemini, ChatGPT to give you the top hashtags. Okay, so you guys, there is in the chat that script for you to use. All right, if you don't want to use the same one that everybody is using, you guys just take this information, copy and paste it, and then take it back over to Gemini and get it to prompt you, or you don't even got to take the whole thing. Ask it for a new hook, right? Let's do that. All right, let's see. It's a great idea, a strong hook. All right, so here are several different hooks for your post. And the hook, you guys, is really just like the first of your post, and it's something that's going to pull somebody in, right? 7 nights, 4 destinations, and all the fun. Okay, here are the different hooks that you can put into your social media post. All right, so that way you can change this top section right here, escape to the Western Caribbean, and you can add one of these hooks right here. Okay, all right, let's see. All righty, we have, let's go over to Facebook and see if we can upload what we just saved. No, we cannot. So I'm gonna do exit out of this and this and this, and we're gonna go to Canva. And I'm gonna make a picture real fast. I'll use one of the free formats on the templates so I can put it into the chat for you. Let's do cruise flyer. Cruise and party. Yeah, I love it. I love Canva. All right, you guys, let's see. All right, now these right here, those are going to be with the premium. Okay, so if you guys do have Canva, you can get access to the good ones. Okay, so we're going to look for one of the free ones. That way, if you guys don't have Canva Pro, you'll still have the flyer today. Okay, so this one is free. All of these are free right here. This one's free. This one's free. Let's see, is this one free? Oh, we're using this one instead. We're going to customize this flyer. Alrighty then. And we're going to share a copy with you guys. Okay, do you want me to share the copy like this without the information on it? Or do you want me to wait until the information is on the flyer? If you know how to use Canva and can edit it on your own, I'll share it the way that it is. But if you want to wait, I'm going to the chat. Wait. All right, let's put this together. Put the info on. Not good with Canva. You guys, I love you. All right, let's do this. All right, we're gonna leave. No, we're not gonna leave Escape to Paradise. We're gonna use one of these hooks that we just built right here. Lock in Spring 2026 Sunshine. Sell the Western Caribbean for just $7.19 per person on Carnival Liberty. That's what we're gonna put. Okay. Let's take that and we're just going to post that right there. Okay, Canva, y'all, is our best friend, okay? Everything on Canva can be edited. All the documents, everything. All the images, everything, okay? I'm going to take out the sun because I'm going to add one sun from Canva. Okay, let's do, I'm going to put a little hashtag asterisk thingy, asterisk, not a hashtag. Okay. And we're going to kind of do just like that. We're going to make it a different font in just a minute. All right, what's this? All right, we're going to move this over here. I do want that, but I just need it out of the way. Let's change the picture. All right, let's do photos. All right, let's do cruise. Oh, no, wait, let's do Belize because that's one of the ports, right? All right, let's see what it pulls for Belize. Oh, yes. And it was Mahogany Bay. Let's look at Mahogany Bay too. Okay, we're going back to Belize. Let's see. Ooh, so pretty. Let's see if they have the cruise port. What? You got to be kidding me. See, this is why I love Canva. I'm not adding that image. I just wanted to show you. We're going to take that off. We're just going to leave it as Belize. And we're going to choose one of these lovely, lovely pictures. Now, some of the images you'll see as well have the crown, and that's just showing you that those are for premium images as well. But I'm going to use one of the free images, you guys, because if you don't have Canva Pro, it may show up as watermarks even on the image, okay? So this one's free, and so is this one, and I like this one. How about you guys? You guys like this one? All right, now I just hovered over it. You seen that? Let's try that again. Let's just hover over the image that we want to change, and it'll change it for us. Yes, you're absolutely welcome. I'll post this in the description on YouTube as well, okay? Yeah, it's super cool. So that way, if you want to come back to it, you'll have a link to the flyer, okay? All right, now we can change these little images, okay? But let's first move our little thing back over here. Now, let's do Carnival, okay? Now, all the images that you see on Canva, you guys, are open for us to use for marketing purposes, okay? So you can use even the Carnival images that you see, okay? All right, let's see if we can find one of the free images. This one's free. I don't know if I'm gonna really want that on there, but we'll see what it looks like. I don't know. It don't look too good to me. Oh, this one's free. All right. Actually, I am doing a Canva series next month, November. I'm doing a 3-part series. The date, I have to look at my calendar because I honestly can't remember. All right, let's crop this a little bit. And actually, let me see. Let me detach that. Detach image, and let's move it to right here. All right, yeah, that's a little bit better. And let's move this just a little bit right there. Done. All right, I don't like the way that looks either. And let's just move it like this. Let's see. Let's see. Let's click here. Okay. All right, I'm okay with that. And I'm deleting that off of there. Okay, just because that was just like an eyesore. Yeah, so November 6th, the Tuesday. Hang on, let me look on my calendar real fast. Okay, we have oh, it's the 7th, the 14th. Oh wait, that's this month, my bad. The 4th, 11th, and the 18th. It's all gonna be on Tuesdays, 10 a.m. same time. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I love it. All right. Now we have Lock in Spring 2026 Sunshine. Lock in Spring 2026 Sunshine. I don't like the way that sounds, so let's rewrite that right here. Okay. Lock in your spring 2026 sunshine. Experience the Western Caribbean aboard Carnival Liberty starting at just $7.19 per person. That's what we're going to put. All right. Now, when it comes to the verbiage right here, you guys, I mean, if you want to add information right here, you can, because we do have all of it already put together, right? So we can come right back over here and we can get some of this information right here, okay? And we can put this directly onto our flyer, right? We're gonna do pieces. Let's just piece it together. Copy, okay? Take that off of there. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's paste that onto there, okay? And then let's take that off. All right. And this is where we're gonna put this info right here. Trip details, right here, copying. It's just really copying and pasting, you guys. And honestly, the reason we do spend a little bit longer in our sessions, in the mock booking sessions, is because I really want to make sure that you guys understand the process. Now, if you're doing this on your own, you're not in a training session or anything like that, you can probably get this mock booking done within about 30 minutes, okay? It doesn't take a lot of time to get the mock bookings done. It's just when we're in our sessions, we spend a good bit of time talking about the process, right? All right, let me move this up just a tad. And we're gonna make this a bold. Yes, there we go. You move your little palm tree self just a tad, right out of the way. There we go. That looks good. And let's go back and get some of this information. Okay. Itinerary highlights. We want those itinerary highlights on here. Let's copy that. All right. Let's put this over here. And here we go. Let's see. What's this? 12.6, and that's 12.6 too. It looks kind of small, but I'm also blind, so maybe we'll just make it a little bit bigger too, right? Let's see. Click on this, make it the same height, and let's move this right up here. All right, last part. We're getting our pricing, you guys. Copy. All right, and I'm just gonna do just like that, right? Paste. Okay, let's see. I know it's a little bundled. We're about to fix that right now. Okay. Just moving a little bit of stuff around, you guys, just helps the layout of where you can actually put different things. Okay. Now the flyer's not going to look the same as when we started because we're making it our own, right? And that's really what we want to do. Even though it is put together for us. All right. I'm going to zoom in so that I can see a little better, y'all, and just make it a little bit easier to make those edits. Okay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I just try to make it easier, you guys, right? Not everybody knows how to do all this stuff. All right, let's do starting from prices starting from. All right, let's leave it like that, the stateroom. I want to put these together right here just to make it a little bit neater, right? And the balcony and the suite. And it also shortens it up for us so that we have a kind of a better handle on the content, right? All right, so let's get this put together. All right, we have our trip details. Price is starting from. All right, we're gonna adjust this, you guys. You're very welcome, Curtis. Thank you, guys, and thank you, Hanifa. I truly appreciate that. Right, you guys catch these on the recording, okay? All right, let's back up a little and let's see what we got. Stateroom, trip details. Let's change this color to blue, and we're gonna move this out of the way, okay? We're gonna make this just a little bit smaller, so we have a little bit more room. And let's, okay, just to give it some space. Itinerary details, that is right there. All right, and let's move this over to the center. And just make it a little bit bigger as well. Oh, try that again. Here we go. All right, so the prices right here. Sail away. Let's see. Let me look at it. All right, trip details, itinerary highlights, and prices starting from. Okay, now let's just adjust everything, you guys, and make it look nice, right? All right, if there was enough room right here, we could possibly put this right here. And there is, so let's see. All right, and we can make that white again. All righty, love it, love it. What y'all think? What y'all think? Great, great. Okay, so look, I'm going to give you this link now. And the reason is because you guys have to put your information right here, okay? So let me make a copy. All right. When you get this, you have to make a copy. If you don't make a copy, then you'll have 3 people making edits just to this one design. All right. So when you get this link, you're going to click on file in the top left and you're going to make your own copy right here. Okay. Everything on this image is free. So there should not be 0 watermarks on this image for you. Okay. So let's get this shared over and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a copy. That way I can still put my contact right here and the call to action. Okay, I'm not done yet. I'm going to show you the next steps. Okay, the next steps is going to be putting the call to action on here and then posting this onto social media. Okay, so let me get this shared over to you. All right, anyone with the link can edit. Let me copy this and let me put this into the chat for you. All right, make sure you make a copy. Okay, once you click it, you're going to click File, make a copy so that you have your own copy. Okay. All right. I'm going to go back to the original and I'm going to finish getting this one set up. All right. I'm going to leave book your dream vacation today because I like that. Right now, I'm going to put my phone number. Right. And then I'm going to put, I'm going to take off the little thing right here and I'm just going to put my business name. Oh, I don't know what that was, but here we go. All right, and my website. Okay, and my logo. Let me find my brand stuff somewhere over here, right here at the top. All right, and I'm gonna put my logo on here. All right. You know, when I put my logo on there, it is purple, but I actually take the background out so that it's just the white. See, and it's just the white. I like the way that that looks. The only thing that stays in there is the purple border that says Louisiana Premier Travel Group. That's just, I like the way that they do that. I love it. Okay, so let me figure out where I'm going to put this, right? So I usually put it down around here. So let me see if I can get this pulled out just a little and maybe move some of this stuff over just a tad. That way I can put my logo down here. That's centered. All right, and grab my logo and put it right down here. Okay. And we can still move, we'll move this up. See, it's just a matter of moving things around, you guys, and really just finding out what really looks good, right? Okay, there we go. Louisiana Premier Travel Group. All right, I'm gonna make it just a tad bit smaller. Okay, now we can make it big. I got to fix this right here just to make it a little bit better. But this is a starting of the flyer, right, you guys? Let's see. Yes, I definitely will give you guys my social media handles, okay? All right, let's exit. Come on, exit out of here. There we go. All righty. I'm just going to make that go over some. I'm not sure why it won't let me do that, but there we go. Okay, got it. All right, y'all. So we have our flyer put together. If there's anything that you want to add or take away to the flyer, feel free to do that, okay? Because this is your flyer just as well as it is mine, okay? So this is what I've put together. What I would normally do, you guys, is I would change the colors to match my brand colors, right? So I would change the blue and I would change it over to the purple. If it was a little too dark, then I would, let me show you. You see, we have this transparency. I could make it a little bit more transparent if I wanted to, right? And I would even myself change these wordings up to be purple, okay? Because that's my colors. And I actually am just gonna leave that like that. So let me change this right here to purple because I really try to stick within my brand colors. See, so there we go. And that's what I'm going to put on social media today, okay? As well as the script that we have put together. So let us save this. All right, I'm going to click share and I'm going to download it. All right, I'm going to download it as, you could either do JPEG or PNG. Canva does suggest PNG. It's just the best format for the image. So that's what we're going to leave it as. And then all we do, you guys, is we take the verbiage that we have here, right? And we start putting this together on social media. Sorry, you guys, I got the hiccups. Because we have a lot of the verbiage on the flyer itself, right? We could literally just do one of the hooks that you see and then the call to action, right? Why book this cruise? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the why book this cruise. All right. We'll add in the prices are per person and then we'll do the call to action. Okay. So let's go on over to our social media. All right. And we're going to get this posted. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I love posting, you guys. Okay. Gemini, y'all seen my images, y'all? Take your stuff to Gemini and let them fancy you up. My image looks professional, but I took that in my backyard by my pond. So just so you guys know. All right, let's put this together. Why book this? First, let's start with the hook, right? This is what we have on our flyer. So let us start out our hook with this. Where'd my Facebook go? Let's put it right over here. Okay. Here's our hook. Lock in spring 2026 sunshine. Sell the Western Caribbean for just $7.19 per person. All right. So we have our little asterisk there on Carnival Liberty. All right. So if you wanted to do the trip details as well, you absolutely can. Okay. I'll show you what that looks like. Put onto the post. All right. When you start copying and pasting, you guys, you will have to make adjustments to it as you see that we're doing. Okay. All right. Enjoy the fun day at sea. We can make that go below and that too. It gives Mahogany Bay, Belize, Cozumel, and then our prices starting from. All right. We have our stateroom. Or actually, look, to make this easier, let's exit out of that and let's go right over here to our flyer because we've already got it set up the way we want on the flyer. So I'm going to copy this off of the flyer and I'm going to put that right here. See, that was just so much easier, right? So much easier. And then let's go over to right here. Let's copy this. We're going to put this into our verbiage. Okay. Should be 719 lower, 719, 719. Hang on, I'm looking. Yeah, 719. I think that's what it says. 719, 739. Yeah. 719. Okay, just making sure. All right, let's do the prices per person based on double occupancy. Taxes and fees are not included, okay? Because that's the starting price, okay? Why book this sail? Why book this cruise? We're going to get that right here. We're just going to go ahead and copy all of this right here, and we'll add our call to action in on the Facebook post, okay? Let's go right down here below. All right. They're trying to get us the hashtags. All right. So why book this cruise? No flying needed. If you're local to New Orleans, just drive and set sail. All right. Call to action. Okay. So we're going to put the phone number right here. All right. And my email address. Louisiana Promote Travel Group. And then my website. All right. Louisiana Premier Travel Group at gmail.com. That's right. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. And then my WhatsApp. All right, 5782. All right, let's scroll back through. Lock in spring 2026. Ready for an adventure. Carnival Liberty, 7-day Caribbean getaway. All right, ship details. Let's make that spaced out a little bit. Trip. There we go. Trip details. Ship, departure, return, departure port. I'm going to do departure port. Departure. That sounds better, I think. Let's see the itinerary highlights. Nice. We love it. I'm going to take that, cut, and I'm going to put that right here and paste that into there. Let's see. All right, you guys, everything looks good. The spacing looks good. We have our starting from pricings, right? We have our prices per person based on double occupancy and subject to change and availability. And we also have included that taxes and fees are not included. The only other thing that you could add to the post, you guys, is the option to place a deposit on the booking, okay? So you could put that in right here, all right? Option to place a deposit on your booking, okay? That way your clients know. If you post on social media, would we not be accused of copying? Just asking. What do you mean? I'm giving you permission to use this. Like, I wouldn't go on to a fellow agent's page and just take the content that they have put. But if we're in a mock booking training together, I'm giving you permission to copy and paste this information. All right. I'm not competing with you guys, y'all. I'm here to help you. Okay. If you don't go to my page and take my things, then I'll continue to help, right? But if you go to my page and you see something and you're like, hey, I like this. How can I use this, right? You can just message me and I will tell you how you can use it, okay? All right, y'all want this? I think y'all already have it. I already put that out there. Yes, I did. Now, what do? Y'all, we post it, right? Let's post it. Let's post it. All right, I'm not going to share to group. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and share to groups just so I can show you, okay? Buy and sell groups. We can post into up to 9 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's do 5. And let's post it. All right, and let's go and see right here. Here we go. Lock in spring sunshine, you guys. The flyer looks really good, right? I love it. And that's all, you guys. Look, in that one post, we shared to 5 different groups, okay? 5 different groups. No, don't be upset. That's the whole reason why I do these trainings, you guys, is so that I can show you and share with you what we have put together. Okay. And like I said, if you're on my page, you're on my business page and you're like, hey, I like that. How did she do that? Just send me a message. I will be glad to show you how to use the content. I have no problems with that. No, I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to compete with you guys. I'm here to help you. And if you see something on my page that you like, just send me a message. Right? If I can't send you a direct link to make an edit on your own, then I can show you where to go to get it. Okay. All right. So y'all, how comfortable do you guys feel so far? Okay. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I'm for real. 80%, 80%, a little bit better than what you come in here, right? I hope so. I hope so. Okay, y'all. Yes, yes. So look, we're gonna go ahead and stop our recording. Everything that we went through today will be in the descriptions under the YouTube video. Okay, so if you're looking for the flyer, it will be in the descriptions or the comments. Okay. Now, if you're looking for the document for the travel business mock booking, it'll also be located in the description or the comments. All right. So if somehow or another you lose the document, you can find this once it gets posted to our YouTube session. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop our recording now.